read a report from New Futures about the toll that excess alcohol consumption has on New Hampshire society. Some of the interesting findings were that that cost, figured by Brian Gottlieb, who's with Polyecon Research of Dover, was $1.15 billion a year. Just to put that into some perspective, that's 2% of all income earned in New Hampshire. A lot of the costs primarily are borne by the private sector rather than by government. About 70% of the cost is borne by private business in lost productivity, whether that's absenteeism or reduced productivity, and so that's certainly something business owners would want to be aware of. The primary costs to government are in criminal justice, whether that's incarcerating substance abusers or in prosecuting them for their crimes. And it's important to note that in the New Hampshire state prison system, 85% of offenders have some kind of alcohol or substance abuse problem. In the women's prison, reportedly, that percentage is over 95%. So this study, the purposes of this study is really to build support for increasing investment in alcohol treatment and prevention. New Hampshire has a law in the books that has been suspended for more than 10 years that requires 5% of liquor revenues to go to alcohol treatment and prevention. That would be $8.5 million now. It's only $1.5 million in this current budget. This is one of the areas in which you see a lot of pressure coming down on Governor Maggie Hassan on what spending priorities she's going to have in the next budget. The mental health advocates weighed in earlier this week asking for $38 million in spending, both capital and operating spending, to create a better network in the community and inpatient treatment of those with mental illness, so that there are a lot fewer people with mental health problems that end up in emergency rooms. That's a challenge for Governor Hassan in the next couple of weeks. She's got some big decisions to make about what spending she'll support and what she won't. She has said it already, that not all the cuts that were made by this legislature, Republicans in the last 2 years in the budget, can be restored in the next 2 years. We'll soon find out which ones she wants to restore.